Hey everybody, I'm Nathan, that's Bing Bing, and you're watching How to Train Your Fish. Today I'm going to buy some coral that's so cheap it'll make you cry. Fish and coral are cheaper in China. Today I'm finding the cheapest of the cheapest because I'm firing up Taobao.
淘宝今天无理由退货，不怕你买错。
Now, if you don't know what Taobao is like China's Amazon. And they have literally everything on Taobao. Anything you could want. I ordered last week macaroni and cheese on Taobao. Now, that's because they don't have it in the grocery stores here. But they have it on Taobao. And then lo and behold, last week, to my surprise, I found coral and fish on Taobao. Okay, here we go. So the first thing you've got to do is search for coral, and you have to specify that you want live coral. So you have to type in hu, shan, hu. Now, if you don't specify that you want live coral, it's just going to be like jewelry and stuff. So hu is the word for live, and then shan hu is the word for coral. Please don't overly criticize my Chinese, I'm self-conscious about it. Okay, so I found a great vendor, and I'm probably gonna buy everything from this guy. He's got some good stuff at some really reasonable prices. So first, right off the bat, we've got a bubble coral. Do here for a little one, 148 kwai. Wow, what a steal. So let's pick up that. Whoa, look at that. An elegance coral for 108 kwai. Why, yes, please, and thank you. Let's take a look at this and see what the final price on one of these bad boys is. So for a little one, 5 to 6 centimeters, 108 kwai. That's like, something like $15, 15 US dollars. Let's see what other wonders we can find here today. Is that a carpet anemone? I think it is a carpet anemone. For a big one, 150 kwai. That's like 20 bucks for a 12 centimeter carpet anemone. Yes. Gonna get that bad boy for sure. I know we were looking for coral, but I mean, when you see a carpet anemone that cheap, what do? You buy it. Now, I've been on some other stores where you can get frags, and I bought a lot of frags for just dirt cheap. Like, you can get a frag here for like 20 kwai, which is about $3. But I got a decorator crab in here, so I have to get stuff that's kind of big, or he's like, this is mine. A plate coral. I've never had a plate coral, but I do admire them, and I've always wanted one, so yes. Yes, I will get a plate coral. Alright. So many fun. Donut corals? Yes, I would like a donut coral. Let's get a couple of these. Okay, so they got some zoas, and let's just go with the small donut coral. We can go with a little guy. They grow pretty quick. Okay, scooching. I do need a sand sifting star. And for 28 kwai, that's like something like $4 or $5. Might as well pick them up while I'm here. Some Duncan corals. I haven't had a Duncan coral in a long time. I would really like to have one of those again. So let's see how much these are. For a single head, you can get one for 68 kwai. That's like 10 bucks. But I think I want to go ahead and get one with multiple heads. Price benefit analysis here. I think I'll get one with 2 heads for 136 kwai. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Oh, some nice torch corals there. I could go for another torch coral to add to the Euphilia garden. Let's see what we can get a torch coral for here. Now, this is one of the ones that I know in America, like, the prices have just been going wild. So we can get a torch coral with 3 to 5 heads for 128 kwai. Yes, I think I'll get that. Now, it's gonna look real silly later in this video. While I'm opening up this box, if some of these things are not the things that I thought they were. And I want you to understand that that's a very real possibility you need to be prepared for. And that I need to be prepared for too. Tube worms? Well, let's get some tube worms. You know, I really like these. I think these are a really cool addition to a reef tank. So let's get, you know, I'm an old school guy. I've already got one of just the regular feather dusters. I don't know what these spiral ones are called, but I think I would like some of those. Let's see which is cheaper, the red and white or the yellow. Yellow. So let's go with the yellow. I think that'll be fun to add to the tank. Oh, bubble tip anemones. That's a good price. 45 kwai. Now, Bing Bing already has 2. I mean, you can never have enough bubble tip anemones. Let's see what price we got here for a small one. 45 kwai. That's less than $8. Are you worth it, Bing Bing? He's worth it. And if you guys are watching this and you're like, oh, how could you scroll past that? Blah, blah, blah. Tell me in the comments below and I'll do another one of these and I'll go buy that coral, whichever one you want. Okay, so for everything, just scrolling down the list, you know, I decided not to get some of it. There was some of it I decided I didn't want when I looked back at it again. But I decided to get most of it. And we ended up coming out for about 1,300 kwai, which is a little bit less than 200 bucks for all of this. So killer deal on all of this coral. So I'm going to order, and I'll let you guys know when it comes in the mail.
The next day.
It's here, and this thing got here quick. I ordered this at like 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. It got here this morning at 8:30. That's crazy quick. Okay, so first up we've got our cooling pads. It's really hot in Shenzhen, so instead of packing these with heating pads like you might do in the States, they put ice packs in there to keep everything cool during transit. Alright, so first up, it looks like we've got our... Oh my, that is a huge bubble tip anemone for 45 kwai. Look at that guy. This is one of my cleaner shrimp. I didn't show myself buying it. I just didn't think it was that interesting. But I went ahead and got a couple of those. These are the sand sifting stars. I got 2 of those. I think this is the bubble coral, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. It's written in Chinese. I'll know once I open it up. I'll be able to tell. It's the plate coral. Look how tiny that little guy is. Oh man, that's a tiny little plate coral. So tiny. And this guy, yeah, this guy is the carpet anemone. And you know, he's not real happy right now, but you know, that is a good size anemone for what I paid for that. And last but not least, we have the, it's the brain coral. Alright, so there's our brain coral right there. And the guy called me last night. They didn't have any of the torch corals in stock, so he sent me a refund on that, so I didn't get that. Okay, well, I'm going to drip acclimate the drip acclimators and dip the dippers, and then I'll be back to you. Okay, so everything's in the tank, and none of it's happy right now, but I thought I'd go ahead and show you some pictures of it just because I thought this was so funny. You know, that anemone's in there just trying to get used to its new home, and Bing Bing sees it, he's like, here, let me love you. So that anemone is going to fluff up a lot over the next couple hours. I think it's going to do just fine as long as Bing Bing, you know, doesn't like pester it to death. Or, as we like to say with clownfish, love it to death. And here's the carpet anemone, and I bought that guy 100% on impulse, and in all honesty, I'm probably going to regret it. They're just kind of difficult to take care of. They're big, but we'll see how it goes. So a carpet anemone like this on Live Aquaria sells for $109. I got this bad boy on Taobao for 23 bucks. That's an $86 savings. Okay, and the bubble coral is starting to open up now too. And I have the flow turned off on my tank to give the carpet anemone some time to settle in. But and all the corals are not completely happy yet with their new home, but I wanted to go ahead and finish up the video. So this bubble anemone on Live Aquaria goes for $99. I got this bad boy on Taobao for $17 US. That's an $82 saving. And finally, this brain coral on Live Aquaria, they go for $69. I got this guy for 12 bucks. That is a $57 saving. Alright, so a couple things. 3 corals did not come. The torch coral, he told me wasn't coming, and then the Duncans, and then the elegance coral also did not come. I talked to him, he sent me a refund, everything's fine there. A little disappointing, but you know, it's okay. Also, those videos I showed you of the coral and the anemones, I had just put them in, so that's why they don't look happy yet. everything is going to be fine. It just takes them a little bit of time to get settled in. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed buying all that online. I was a little disappointed some of it didn't come. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed that, be sure to subscribe and tune in next week. I'll see you next time. Bye.